Hi. Today we're going to talk about calendula, and this is a plant that I love so much, and it's easy to grow. You can grow it in your yard. So in our shop we will have a limited amount of seeds available. I harvested some seeds this past fall, and actually I pulled some out of my garden yesterday. But the seeds just kind of look like a little weird spirally critter. So maybe you've seen them before. They're kind of odd looking, but they will reseed themselves if you have them in your yard. But you can also pull the seed pods. So after the flower blooms, it'll look like this. And actually you can just kind of pull apart the seed pods and the little seeds come out. So oftentimes if I'm in my yard, I'll just kind of crumble the top of it and throw the seeds other places, because I love it so much that I kind of just want it everywhere, because it's really magical. It's so good for so many things. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it before. The free recipe this week, if you subscribe to our email list, will be something that you can put in your bath. So if you are interested in that, you could visit our website. Some of the seeds that I have are separate. So some of the plants that grow in the calendula that grows in my yard is actually a pink color. This is kind of the typical color of calendula. My printer's not amazing, but this is one that was in my yard probably this past year or maybe the year before. So typically if you envision calendula, you envision an orange or a yellow plant or petal. But I have these really cool ones, and I'm pretty sure that I got the seeds originally from my friend Carly, who has a Killing Frost farm. But this pink color. So I did pull a lot of those seeds this year, and I kept them separate from, oh gosh, now I hope I can remember which one's which, but kept them separate from the other ones. So I'll have both varieties available. And the other ones will be kind of a mix of these white or yellow colors. So, and this is one of our bees. Anyway, so let's talk about calendula and how awesome it is and all the different things you can use it for, because it's kind of endless, the number of ways that you can use this plant. And the medicinal parts of the plant are its petals, the flower itself, and its leaves. And it's super recognizable. Like once you're familiar with it, you'll kind of see it everywhere. And it's a happy plant. It's part of the aster family. So something to keep in mind is if you're allergic to plants in that family, you could potentially be allergic to calendula. It's often referred to as a pot marigold. So not to be confused with a marigold, which probably a lot of you are also familiar with, but that's just kind of its nickname. So many ways you can use it. One thing that I do every season is I pick plants at a good time, like when they're in full bloom, in the morning generally. And this is only if I don't feel too bad taking them out of the garden, so I don't take a ton. But you'll see that I have a variety of colors in here. So this dried plant is like magic. You can infuse it, you can submerge it in olive oil, and you want to use cold pressed olive oil if you're going to do that, and you can actually make your own calendula oil. So, and then that can be used to create all kinds of things. Like calendula is amazing for your skin, especially if you have any irritants or bruising or pain. It's just a good healer. So you could put this plant in a salve, or your oil that you create. You could mix it in and create your own salve if you have some beeswax. I mean, that's really all you need. One other little plug is my friend Kate is a farmer, and she has orchard farms, and she makes so many awesome like balms and salves, and they have calendula in them. Like this just has calendula, olive oil, beeswax, and essential oil, which isn't specific, but yeah, so you should check out her site, because she makes really amazing things. Anyway, so some of the different herbal actions that calendula offers. It's an antispasmodic, so it can help prevent spasms or cramping in your body. So it's a good repair. You know, like if you have kind of achy hands, you could maybe make yourself a salve that you put on your hands even. You can put it on different parts of your body for sure. It's an anti-inflammatory, and it's a diaphoretic, which means that it increases your body's perspiration. So it can help eliminate, you know, yucky toxins and things from your body. And this is if you infuse it and drink it like a tea. So if you were doing that, you would want to use, I think, the flower mainly. But yeah, you can just make a tea with it and drink it. It's really great for your digestive system, especially if you have, it can be really healing if you have ulcers or any kind of irritation like that in your system. So yeah, it's a good calmer for irritation, I guess, of your skin and your insides. It is maybe a plant that you don't want to, you maybe want to not infuse it and drink it if you're pregnant. So just be kind of cautious of that. Always, if you're pregnant, you should just research whether or not whatever I tell you is great, is safe or not. So obviously things change a lot when you're growing a baby. So, I just don't want to forget to say something. So yeah, it can eliminate things from your body, like toxins. It's really great if you have a sore throat. Like you could make a tea, or you could make a gargle and just gargle it. It's good for your throat. It's good for any mouth ulcers or infections or anything you have going on. It's great to gargle for that reason as well. Internally, it can help with fevers. It can help to promote new collagens and new cell growth, I guess, on your skin. So if you do have maybe like a wound that you're nursing, you could use a salve or the juice even from the calendula flower. So those are just some cool ways that you can use this plant. I love putting it in my bathtub. I love mixing it with like oats and putting it inside of like a little muslin bag and mixing it with, I love putting chamomile in it too, just because I love that smell. Those are all good healers though, those three things together, especially oats and calendula and chamomile, inside of a muslin bag, and you just soak it in your bathtub while you're sitting in there. You basically make a tea for your body. And you sit in there and you can just squeeze the bag and it will make this like milky, lovely substance for you to soak in. So calendula, you should use it. You can use it on warts. I think the juice would probably be most effective, or a tincture maybe. You can make your own tincture, you can make your own juice, you can make your own oil, you can make your own salve, but you also can buy all of these things if you don't want to make them yourself. It can be an effective treatment for shingles to use on your body. And then finally, it will help if you are ingesting it to encourage menstruation. So if maybe you're spotty for the first few days of your period and you kind of want to bring on your period more quickly, like let's just get down to business, you can drink this as an infusion also, or a tea. And it may help. So it could also be like a mild laxative. I mean, it just kind of fixes everything. The cool thing about herbs is sometimes they can be a balancer. So they can have one effect on someone and an opposite effect on another person, but kind of just bring your body into balance where it needs to be. So there's so many rad ways that you can use this plant. And I really think that it's best if you just grow it yourself. So I'm going to offer a very limited number of seed packets in my shop, and this will be our plant of the week for week 2. Okay, thanks for tuning in. I might have more and I'll put it on the blog if I do. Bye.